Let me ask you something. What if I told you that a single software glitch, happening miles away from your store, could empty your shelves and basically shut you down overnight? Well, this isn't some hypothetical scenario. It actually happened to a major supermarket group, and it left a $170 million crater in the ground as a warning for every single retailer out there. So let's break down what went so wrong, and more importantly, how you can make sure it doesn't happen to you.
We're calling this explainer the R70 million warning shot because honestly, that's exactly what this is. It's a critical, costly lesson for any independent business owner watching right now.
All right, let's get right into it, starting with that eye-watering headline number.
170 million rand. Just take a second and let that sink in. This isn't just some number on a spreadsheet. It represents the financial shockwave from one single system failure. So where does a number like that even come from? Well, it's from a massive legal claim filed against the Spar Group, and it's all tied to a failed rollout of their new enterprise software, SAP, at just one of their regional distribution centers. And this isn't just some distant corporate drama. No, this is a story about how the very technology that's supposed to help your business can, if you're not careful, end up being the thing that hurts it the most. And this image, well, it just perfectly captures the devastating chain reaction. A single failure at a distribution center way upstream from the shop floor doesn't just stay there. It cascades down. It smashes the supply chain, which then breaks your stock availability, which of course tanks your revenue. And ultimately, it's what leads to the empty shelves in a local store. One software rollout, causing all that damage. But here's the thing. As big and as shocking as that ARA 170 million number is, it's actually not the real story. In fact, it's not even the most dangerous part of a failure like this. The real damage, that happens beneath the surface. You see, the lawsuit is what makes the headlines. It's the visible, flashy, dramatic part of the whole disaster. But as our source material makes crystal clear, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. And here is that iceberg. That massive legal claim, that's just what you see sticking out of the water. The real business-killing damage is all the stuff lurking beneath. The lost customers who leave and never, ever come back. And the broken trust with the ones who do. By the time the lawyers are getting involved, believe me, the permanent damage has already been done. So, what are these quieter, hidden losses? Well, first, there's customer churn. A shopper who finds an empty shelf isn't going to wait around. They're going to your competitor, and there's a very good chance they're gone for good. Second, you have margin leaks. You're just bleeding profits on all these little temporary fixes, paying way extra for emergency stock just to plug the gaps. And finally, and this one is huge, the loss of management focus. Years, literally years of your time, your energy, your vision gets sucked into fighting fires and resolving disputes instead of actually building your business. Which of course brings us to a huge question. How on earth does a system that costs millions, designed by experts, fail this spectacularly? Why do these massive systems seem to just quietly rot from the inside out? Well, the first thing you have to understand is that system failure is almost never a big bang. It's not some sudden explosion. It's a slow, quiet decay. It starts with little things. An order arrives, but it's incomplete. A delivery shows up, but the paperwork doesn't reconcile. A big promotion doesn't actually land in the system correctly. By the time anyone is willing to stand up and admit, hey, we have a system issue, your customers have already noticed, and they've left. Now, this is what's really interesting, the root cause. Supermarkets are just brutal, high-friction environments. Think about it. You've got thousands of products, tons of them are perishable with a super short shelf life, and there is absolutely zero tolerance for downtime. Every single minute your system is down, you are losing money and you are losing customers. And so it all boils down to this one fundamental conflict. So much of today's big enterprise software is built to prioritize one thing: control. Rigid processes, centralized authority. But the reality of retail demands something completely different: continuity, the ability to keep trading no matter what. And when you take a rigid system and put it under the intense, chaotic pressure of real-world trading, it breaks. And this leads us to the single most important lesson from this entire crisis. It's a philosophy that, if you get it, can literally save your business. And it's this: stability always beats sophistication. So let's compare these two ideas head to head. On one side, you have sophistication. This is the world of complex features, fancy dashboards, rigid controls, and these big centralized systems. But on the other side, you've got stability. And this is all about reliability, flexibility, and building systems that are designed from the ground up, first and foremost, to survive the bad days.
Now, look at this. This image just weighs the two perfectly. The lesson here is not to avoid technology. I mean, come on, that's impossible. The real lesson is to get your priorities straight. Retail doesn't actually need clever, sophisticated systems. It needs systems that work, full stop. It needs stability. And here is that hierarchy of needs laid out so simply. Number one, above all else, you need stability. The system cannot fall over. Then number two, you need integration. It's got to talk to your other systems. And only then, last on the list, do you get to worry about optimization and all the fancy features. If you get this order wrong, you are leaving yourself completely vulnerable.
Okay, so let's move from the big ideas to direct action. What does all this mean for you, an independent owner on the ground? Well, here is your survival playbook. There are 3 things you absolutely must do. 1. Demand clarity. Ask your head office, ask your suppliers direct questions. How is this new system tested? What is the actual fallback plan if it fails? 2. Protect continuity. Never ever let your team lose the skills for manual work. Can they still receive stock with a pen and a clipboard? They have to. And 3. Build buffers. Don't run your business so lean that a single late delivery causes a stock out. You have to create safety margins in everything: receiving, replenishment, promotions, all of it.
And I really want to leave you with this final thought because it is so important. Failures like this, they're almost never caused by bad owners or lazy operators. They're caused by good, hardworking people who are exposed to massive risks that they were never properly warned about. This isn't about your failure, it's about protecting yourself from someone else's.
So what is the one single thing you need to take away from this $17 million morning shot? It's this: the businesses that are going to survive and thrive aren't the ones with the fanciest, most sophisticated tech. They're going to be the ones that are the most resilient. Remember that. Resilience beats sophistication every single time.